Now we're going to take a look at using inverse trig. The reason why we're going to use inverse trig is because now instead of finding missing side lengths, we're going to have to find missing angle measures. But again, you're going to be given some sort of information about your triangle. You're still going to want to use your SOHCAHTOA relationship. So sine, again, is opposite and hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent and hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite and adjacent. So if you take a look at number 1, in number 1, I'm given this x degree angle, and then I'm given 5, and I'm given 7. Well, if I look at x, 5 is my opposite side, and then 7 is my adjacent side. So that means if I'm using opposite and adjacent, I have to use tangent. So I'm going to say that tangent of x equals my opposite, which is 5, over my adjacent, which is 7. Alright, now, except I want to solve for x. The way I get tangent and x away from each other is by using what we call inverse trig. So to separate tangent from x, I'm going to say x equals the inverse tangent. So you're going to see the symbol tan to the -1 and then of 5 over 7. So if you take a look at this calculator, where you see the tan button, above it, you see inverse tangent in yellow. What that means is you have to hit the second button first. So in order to calculate this, we would hit second, and then tan, and then we would enter in 5 over 7. And when you do that, you're going to get x equals, and again rounded to 4 decimal places, 35.5377 degrees. Alright, in number 2, I'm given this U angle, and then I'm given 9, and I'm given 25. When I'm looking at when I'm looking at U, 9 is my adjacent side, and then 25 is my hypotenuse. So if I'm using adjacent and hypotenuse, that means I'm going to be doing cosine. So I'm going to say the cosine of U equals adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 9 over 25. So again, to get cosine away from this U, I'm going to say U equals the inverse cosine of 9 over 25. So on my calculator, I'm going to have to hit the second button and then cosine to get my inverse cosine. And when you calculate this, the inverse cosine of 9 over 25 is that U equals 68.8998 degrees.